get your gifts together. I'm gonna help you get that gift giving pleasure. Whether or not you got the money, there's a treasure. Give that hit, find a gift that makes our lives much better. What's up? Welcome to the Gift Guide 2021. What's up, friends? Let's talk about some gifts that your friends and family will actually use. Let's talk about what makes a good gift maybe for a second here. Number one, you can hand make something. That's always a hitter, right? Number two, you think about who they are, okay? You think about who they are. Like, just spend a moment, like, who is this person to me? That's like the moment of inquiry most people just miss, right? And number three, you get something that doesn't suck, right? What makes something suck? It doesn't do anything meaningful in my life. It might do something it might like do it really well, but it's not meaningful, or it doesn't do a good job. Like, it's a meaningful thing, but it's like a bad version of that thing. Okay, so I've got some categories that we'll talk through. You'll see that in the YouTube description below. I'll be linking to everything as we go. These links are actually how I support my family. So if you do find something here that's useful, please use my link. Thank you. All these things are things that are my recommendations, okay? This is stuff that I would love to get, or it's something that I have realized all the people in my life like this kind of thing. I'm trying to find stuff that is like the crowd pleaser, the hitter. Okay, section one, let's talk about everyday bags and organizers. Okay, an everyday backpack is something that absolutely upgrades your everyday life, right? So if somebody in your life is using a backpack, they got a laptop, they're commuting to work. Do people still go to offices? Some of us literally live out of our day bags, right? As we're taking public transport or getting around. Or an everyday backpack, whether it's someone who uses it every day or someone who uses it on River Day or family like go to the park day. These things are great. Okay, Peak Design make these two. These are their everyday backpack. One of them has this great latch. The other one is zipped all around. Both are incredible and massive crowd pleasers, okay? And I think they have, I'm trying to make sure I chose things that are actually in stock still, because a lot of people are sold out because, fucking logistics stuff's going nightmare right now. These are excellent. Link below. Wandered makes this little number. This is the Duo. If you've got someone in your life who's a camera person, this is a great version, and even if they're not a camera person, this is one of my favorite everyday bags to use personally. Really weather resistant, really durable. The Wandered Duo. Okay, a little more affordable, but like these next two are surprisingly affordable for a bag that's gonna last 10 to 20 years, who knows, depending on how it's used. This is from Air, it's the Fit Pack. Simple tech organization in the back, and then like a duffel compartment up front, so it can fit anything. Really durable, lovely bag. And then this is the Boundary Supply Errant. This just feels really good, techie, excellent like materials, lots of organization, fun opening here so you get into the bag this way, and it also zips all the way around the back. Great laptop protection, really solid bag. Okay, so there's some day pack ideas. If you need more, I'll link to I have way too many of these things on my website at matterful.co, where you can also find the gift guide, as I've got it back there, and I link to everything with a little bit more notes. Then let's talk about other daily carry bag items. Okay, a sling. From Bellroy, probably making my favorite sling besides this one from Peak Design, which is comes in multiple sizes, 3 different sizes. Very sleek, very nice. This is a massive crowd pleaser for anybody with that kind of vibe, right? You know, like a little techie, but this is one of the best slings on the market. The Bellroy's a little smaller and can be almost a little classier. Just a great sort of item that you're wearing as a little shoulder bag, over the shoulder kind of thing. Both of these, insane materials, feel great. Then go for more of a messenger bag. Nutsack, actually the name of the company. Thick, rich wax canvas with some heavy duty leather. They also make some full leather bags. Really solid stuff. Very hefty, feels really good. They also make a good sling. So if the person is interested in this kind of look, that's one place to go. Probably my favorite messenger bag right now is this one. It converts into a backpack. It has backpack straps. It's from Mystery Ranch. It's got great organization, excellent materials. This is just for like one of those techie topher kind of guys or gals where you have a lot of organization, but it's still a tight thing. You can carry it over the shoulder. Going into the bigger meeting, you can go backpack when you got like a longer, let's like walk someplace to do lunch and have a cafe. These sort of like, you know, daily carry bags, like these would make great gifts. When it comes to wallets, I typically go with Bellroy. Bellroy just make really great wallets. They have a lot of different shapes and sizes, a lot of different things to choose from here, and these just feel really good for wallets. I've done a huge review on wallets and looked at all sorts of them. If you want a big list, I'll link to that below, but I would go Bellroy, or this one from Exter is really nice. It's got a little button, and these things pop out. This is a hard case wallet, right? So some people really love this right now. And with that little card throw up thing, this is like a total crowd pleaser. Extra, I'll link to that below. And then we've got our organizers for our bags and backpacks and stuff like that. Inside of our bags, we can use a little organizer like this. This one's from Peak Design. It is fucking gorgeous, pardon my French. Beautiful. That like those techie guys, those like basically any guy, lots of women too, just like see this and they're like, hey, quick question, what is that? Tons of organization in this thing, great materials, a little bit beefier than my favorite, which is this one from Bellroy. Little bit classier on this thing, little bit just simpler, definitely thinner. That's why I like it. I like it because it's thinner. I love this thing, but I typically feel like it's a little bulky in my bag. And this Bellroy one, as well as these other two, these are from Bellroy. Bellroy make a bunch of different pouches and organizers. I think a gangster gift would be a few of these, and the person can kind of choose how to organize how they want. But this tech kit, one of my favorites ever, as is this one. Okay, let's talk about some good everyday tech. First of all, Bluetooth earbuds. These things just make modern life feel great. All the podcasting and the walking, all the phone quality, right? Calling on the phone, call your mom, call your dad, that kind of stuff. Like mom and dad, if you want us to be calling you, you could just put your number. You could like write your number right on these. These are the Apple AirPods Pro. Highly recommended for anybody in the Apple ecosystem. It's just they're just really great. Then the Jabra 65T is my like running and just really durable, do everything with. Like throw it around, don't care much about like the most affordable, solid quality, solid Bluetooth connection, all that stuff. The sound's just so-so, but these kinds of things make a big difference. Then the actual noise canceling Bluetooth headphones, over ear, they go over my ear. Whenever I travel, it's like, this is how I roll when I need to drown out the world and go in on this. These are the Sennheiser PXC 550s, which for the money are still my favorite, best performing. You can spend twice as much of these as these on the Bose. The new Bose ones are really great. They've always been great, but this is cheaper. I'll link to this below. If you're interested, this is, I think it comes in like 160 bucks, something like that, for something that I've used every day for years and years and years and years and still kicking, right? That's radical. Then a battery. This is a bigger one. I linked below to a smaller one. You just need a small one. This is like your breakfast recharge, right? When you're traveling, when you're anywhere that you don't live every day, when you're like, you just have one of these in your bag, keep it small, and it's useful. It's just useful, okay? Recharge kit. And finally, this little multi-tool from Leatherman is one of my faves because it is TSA approved. I know that a lot of guys out there are gonna be like, what can you even do with that thing? You can't, like, that is no, you can't, it's fine. In my life, because I'm a computer person, this I almost never need, but when I do, it's typically for like nail file or a little like scissor or something like that every once in a while. One of these things. The good news is whenever I have it in my bag, because I forget that it's there, and I go through TSA, it doesn't get taken from me. You know what I'm talking about. Some of you just went like, oh, I miss that multi-tool. Yeah, because the TSA took it. This is rad. Now, final things in everyday tech. Okay, this is the Sonos Move. This is one of my favorite things that I have in my entire life. When we traveled for a long time with my family, living on the road. This is one of the only things in my life that we had to have in the living room, and we took it everywhere. And then you could take it off its little beautiful little charging base that it just sits on. It's Sonos, so it's not just a Bluetooth speaker. You can load up through the Sonos app or through Spotify or whatever what you want it to play, and then you just walk away. You can leave the house. It's not connecting to your phone through Bluetooth. Or you're out and about in nature, there's no Wi-Fi, and you're just using it as a regular Bluetooth speaker. And it's like, it's movable. You can move it around different places. It has a great long-lasting battery, and it sounds great. A little expensive. So the cheapest decent one that I found are these ones. This comes in a couple different sizes. I'll link to them below. A good Bluetooth speaker, music in my life, like this is my jam. This has gotten me through all sorts of craziness in my life. Giving someone that like good water resistant, durable speaker, that's a big deal. Okay, let's talk about some travel goodies. Let's talk about some stuff that we can put into people's lives. Everything that I've been talking about has been kind of in this vein already, from our wallets to our headphones to our TSA approved. Travel is one of the best gifts you can give somebody. Travel opens our eyes, shows us entirely new contexts, right? It can change our perspective. It gets us out of our ruts that we get stuck in everyday life. Travel's one of the most meaningful gifts you could give somebody, okay? Here's some simple things. This is a packable day bag, like a good packable day bag. Like I work from the road, I need something to put my laptop in. This is the Air Go. I'll link to that below. This is from Tortuga, a little packable day bag that's actually a little bit bigger and better. Good water bottle compartments. I actually love this bag as like a daily bag too. Both of these feel excellent. They're gonna be great gifts. Why? Trying to get them into travel, because these you just throw in the bottom of your bag. They don't take up any space really at all. You're trying to get them into travel, you're encouraging them in that direction, and they're just damn good. They're just damn good bags on the everyday. Now, travel. One of the most exciting things in travel is the carry-on backpack, okay? The carry-on travel backpack. Maximum carry-on size, fits all sorts of stuff, limits you, so it forces you to just bring what you can bring, right? That's an important part of travel. Everybody wants to travel with everything. Travel gets really good when we go more minimal. This is from Peak Design. It's their travel bag. This is the ultimate crowd pleaser travel bag, right? It's techie, it's slick, it's interesting, especially great for people who are a little more athletic, right? That is because the straps in the back have sometimes gotten some flack for being less padded or less whatever. I personally love traveling with this thing. It feels really organized, just the right amount of compartments. And another version for this is from Gravel, and I just realized I didn't check and see if they have any stock on this. Okay, so Gravel, you see that one back there? That's the packed travel backpack. I worked with them to make that backpack. It is the best travel bag for me in my life, and people like me, I give it as gifts all the time. People are like, that bag changed my life. But we're out of stock on that for the holidays. Sorry, I'll link to that below. You can pre-order, get in the next thing probably. This is from Gravel, all right? They did a really good job actually. Comfortable harness, big box, just enough organization. So a carry-on travel backpack is radical, as is a duffel bag. Now, the best duffel bag that I love the most is also from that company, from Pact. Okay, it has two compartments. It opens up clamshell like a suitcase. It just feels like a classic Porsche to me. It feels like the kind of bag that like someone who's flying their own Cessna would like throw in the back. It's stylish and classy, but it's organized. You understand? It's like a great bag. Linking to that below. And for a little bit cheaper, you can go with the Boundary Supply Aegis duffel or the Peak Design. This is like, there's nothing to this bag, and I actually love it. Simple duffel. Just a great addition to any travel stuff, because that's the other mode of travel that I really like. Daily carry bag that's like your regular everyday bag, like the ones we talked about in the beginning, and then just a duffel you throw in the overhead or under the seat in front of you. So travel stuff is important. What else do we have? Work and office stuff. Listen, how and where we get our work done matters. Okay, a good notebook, pardon my actual life here, a good notebook. These are from a company called Studio Neat. They make this tote book. I like this probably more than anything else. I'm doing a review right now of a lot of different journals because that's the kind of guy I am. Great cover, great pages inside, archivable. I like the small size as well, but look at this one. This is like a sticky pad. You just pull that off. They have another one that fits between you and your laptop called the Pano book, and it's got a wireframe on it, so it lays perfectly flat. And then this pen. This is the Mark I from the same company. So a radical gift would be like one of each of these with this incredible pen. Like the click on this, they designed themselves. The heft and the weight and the feel of it, it's like not too precious about itself, but it's like also like that's been considered. Another thing that can be a really radical gift right now is this. This is from Remarkable. It is really fun to work with. I don't have an affiliate for these guys. I'm just telling you that it's good. They sent one over, and I'm kind of honestly using it, and it's great. It's super fun. This would be a great gift to open. Like, people would just be like, how am I gonna use that in my life? And chances are they might not. They might not end up using it, but it's like nice to have. Sometimes it's like, I don't know, depends. This is all work stuff. I think the notebook and this is like, you're encouraging someone towards like, hey, those ideas, those feelings, like you're making things in your life. Like I wanna encourage that. I wanna partner with that. It's a meaningful gift. As is ergonomic accessories for their work thing. Listen, don't buy this for somebody, but this, unless they're like kind of a body, they're way into body stuff. They care about their health. Like unless they're like, they have lower back pain or whatever. This is a chair called the TikTok from Foley. It's my favorite chair. You can only sit in it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, because you have a standing desk. You want to stand up. But when you do get to sit, this is my favorite thing. Ticks left to right, not forward to back, so you can actually leverage your hips, open up that stuff a little bit. But you're also kind of activating those obliques while you're sitting, linking to that below. Listen, a lot of people who may or may not have a standing desk, this is the kind of thing I wouldn't have bought for myself, okay? I just wouldn't have, and I'm glad I have it. It actually makes standing at a standing desk better. This is a matte floor mat. I got it from Foley, the same company that does that. Ergonomics like that, and this is the Roost stand. It's a stand for your laptop, okay? Your laptop sits right on here. It's travelable, but it's so minimal. It's really lovely, like lovely design and like well done, well executed. There's cheap ones that are ripoffs of this, like complete and total fucking ripoffs. I recommend going with the actual Roost. I will link to that below because it does have better, it feels better, and it crunches down a little bit smaller if they're traveling with it. Okay, 3 more things here in the work thing. A good coffee maker from Ratio. These are a little more pricey than you might be used to, but here's the deal. Like the really spendy one, the badass one's gonna last you for forever, and there's 0 plastic touching your coffee, right? That's like a big thing. Technovorm makes great, like European, the whole thing's plastic. The whole thing's plastic. Ratio makes my favorite coffee makers. It makes coffee better than your local cafe, almost guaranteed. I mean, some of you actually have great cafes, so. But those baristas are using the same model of brewing as this machine. It's well designed. And there's 2 versions. There's the 8 and the 6. The 6 is more affordable and it's gorgeous. It's radical. Then, for coffee, Trade. Trade Coffee is a subscription coffee model where you're getting coffee at at whatever rate that you want from micro roasters all over the country, maybe even all over the world. Great beans, and you can kind of just define your flavor profile. I want to go for a little more fruity and juicy. I want to go for a little more rich and chocolatey, right? And they're going to send you stuff that you like. This is a great gift from Trade. Link to them below. Also, if you've got like a hardcore traveler in your life, and coffee drinker, the packed coffee maker is radical. I don't know if they have any in stock anymore, but that is a really interesting gift for a traveler who loves coffee. And other than that, okay, the desk. I'm imagining the desk. I don't have one of these because I don't wear an Apple Watch or a watch like that. Studio Neat makes these great charging bases with a place for your AirPods, a place for your iWatch, a place for your phone, and it just looks really good, like it's cork and wood. It feels like hand-shucked, natural. That kind of thing's great. Nomad Goods also makes some of these. I'll link to them below. Okay, some final other things here. All right, this is interesting from Onnit, okay? It's their Total Human Complete Supplement Pack. Anyways, you got a day pack and a night pack, 30 of them. These are for all of those vitamins. You know, you got a person in your life that needs those vitamins. Like this is, like, and we're not taking them. You know, this is a really easy way to get that going. It's like, I think it was like $100-something, $100 maybe for 30 days. Sounds expensive, except for everything you need is in there, including one pill, I believe, of Alpha Brain. Alpha Brain is a supplement from them that is radical. It's totally natural. It's not a stimulant, so to speak. You could take it right before bed and have great dreams, like sleep well. But before I do a podcast or a video like this, I'll often take 2. If I'm speaking at an event, anytime I need it, like it's nice to have in the desk, like just to like, when you need that little like, let's get really clear for a little while. I like that. Alpha Brain is good. Linking to that below. This stuff's called Magic Mind. I had some this morning. I've been liking this. It's just a little shot of goodies. It is matcha with honey and some adaptogenic mushrooms, not psychedelic mushrooms. Adaptogenic mushrooms are really good at helping us with all sorts of things like immunity, right? Energy, clarity, lion's manes, like mental stuff. They've got a bunch of goodies in there. That's Magic Mind. These are the kinds of gifts that are like, hey, thanks, Jim. That's awfully interesting. I wonder if I'll use it. Couple more here. We've got Organifi Gold, which is an excellent little like evening cocktail thing, right? It's got stuff that's designed for the evening, and it tastes really delicious. You put a scoop of it in, hot water, you're good. I will throw a little bit of butter in there and melt it in because it gets a little creamy. It tastes so good. It's full of good stuff. Anti-inflammatory and helps you with your sleepiness. This is a big upgrade for a lot of people's lives. Similarly, a good CBD dropper. My pick is linked to below. I like this farm a lot. This CBD dropper thing is like little de-stressing. My favorite mode for it is when you have that like sort of you wake up at like 2 or 3 in the morning and you're kind of like, why am I so awake right now? I need to go back to sleep. Dropper under the tongue, let it sit for a second, crawl back into bed, and you have zero grogginess in the morning, but you ended up getting a solid little chunk of sleep. I like that. Or you take it during the day and it doesn't make you drowsy. It's a de-stressor. Can be a good little stocking stuffer. Okay? I think that's it for this gift guide. I want to talk more about clothes, but this gift guide is for like all the people in your life. I'm going to follow up with another one on some clothes specifically for men because that's what I'm working with. Question for you for the comments, like what's the best gift you got? Or like what's the gift you're excited to give? Or what's the best gift you've given? If you remember it, like let's collect some stories down there because that is, listen, people need help figuring out what to give our people. All of these are great ideas because they're stuff that doesn't suck. None of them are really handmade. Like you could just make a card. Here's free. This one's on the house. I've been thinking about this. Make a card, hand shuck a card, and get like a gift certificate or gift card to 3 restaurants in that person's area, or bars or cocktail places or whatever, right? Where it's like they can either do a progressive dinner, right? Go to progressive dinner at each of these places, or we've got 3 date nights. Locally, good restaurants, we're supporting the local restaurant thing, right? That's an interesting idea. Sit on that. In the comments below, what's your favorite gift you ever got? What's your favorite gift you ever gave? What are you excited to give this year? May you give good, gift. Links in the description below. Thanks for watching. You can find out more about me at matterful.co. Get on the email list because that's where we're doing free giveaways. Bye-bye.